My name is Aubrey James Roach. One-fifth of the co-founders. Basically, this is a Grow Dome project. I moved into the neighbourhood about 5 years ago, and at that point the community or residents association were just developing a community garden here. Myself and a few of our mates basically came together and said, you know, wouldn't it be great if we could install a greenhouse that would allow you to intensively produce food, you know? So we approached the Residents Association, pitched them our idea. They all seemed very, very fond of it. And really what's happened over the last year and a half, we've come from essentially a brownfield site into what you see now. We're standing outside a Grow Dome, and from that it's really mushroomed over the time. It's really developed on. The idea behind the Grow Dome is basically to have intensive food production. What we wanted to do is we wanted to try and streamline the whole process. So through the use of control systems, we're automating a lot of the things which skilled individuals would need to be on site to do, and therefore removes the need for a skilled individual and greatly removes the costs and the overheads of producing food.
My name's Kenneth O'Regan, I'm one of the members of the Grow Dome project, and personally I'm involved with working on our embedded controllers. So what we've done is we take full advantage of the Internet of Things. So over the last few years there have been advancements made with these credit card sized computers. So what we do is we set up an array of sensors around the dome, and each of those are looking at one of the different variables for producing food. Ultimately, the grant that we get from Inner City Enterprises gives us all the momentum we need to take this from a prototype and then move into the next sites.
First of all, the Inner City Enterprise grant is going to afford us the opportunity to put 3 more of these around Dublin. Our dream is to have 40 of these in Dublin by 2020. By doing that, you're getting 40 full-time jobs. You're creating a sustainable source of revenue for those individuals. And you're also reducing air miles. So like instead of buying lettuce which is grown in China and shipped over to Ireland, you're buying lettuce which is grown locally, sold locally in the local shops and bought by the local people. So it's all about creating a cyclical thing where the money stays within the community and doesn't leave.
My name is Bernie Walsh. I'm a director and founder member of Eco Mattress Recycling, which is based in Glasnevin in Dublin 1. What we do is we collect mattresses and bases from civic amenity sites, hotels, hospitals and homes in and around the city. The difference the grant will make to us in our day-to-day work is extra equipment. We actually need some baling, some bigger tools, an extra kind of place for storing stuff. So that's exactly what the grant is going to pay for. It's the next step in the work we're doing.
My name is Sherry O'Brien, Operations Manager for Eco Mattress Recycling here in Glasnevin. In the last 3 months we've done an average of 250 units a week, and we hope to build that up to 500 in the coming months. That will give us the opportunity to employ up to 8 to 10 people full-time, and they will be complemented by trainees from various local groups, community groups who supply them under CE, TUS and other government-sponsored schemes.
Inner City Enterprise have been really, really helpful, not just in focusing us in the work we're doing and helping us put together plans that we needed. We had all of the ideas, but we're so busy doing the work, we're into actually looking into the future development and future plans in the way we should have been. So they focused us more, and really it was an absolutely great experience from day one from meeting them, because they seem to know and understand what social sector businesses do, rather than when you go to other places, they understand entrepreneurs, they understand business, but the minute you say you're a social business, it's a completely different story. So I felt that Inner City Enterprise got it. They got it from the moment they met us. What we would like to see within the next 3 years will be to have some of the people who are working here on programmes at the moment full-time employed in the jobs that they do. It's a very, very good team of people. They work really, really well together, and because they were the first staff to come and get involved, they have literally brought it from very little to what it is now, to taking in up to 400, 500 mattresses a week, which is phenomenal when you think of it. I mean, most of them are only part-time workers, but for us, what we see for the future is full-time, real jobs. This is an industry and it needs to be recognised for what it is.
My name is Duncan Walker and I'm the manager of Walkinstown Green Social Enterprises Limited, which was a company set up last year by the disability charity Walk. We support people with intellectual disabilities to lead self-determined, independent lives.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Neil Lacey and I'm the cafe manager here at Walkinstown Green Social Enterprise Limited, and we're a supported cafe and we offer training and employment to people with disabilities as part of the social enterprise.
The grant from the Inner City Enterprise was great because it gave us some capital to establish some programs. There's two separate programs that'll help us fund. The first is the startup cost for our training program, which is going to be a 1-year employability skills award. The other part of the grant is towards the development of a youth program. As a disability organisation, we're used to supporting people with disabilities and intellectual learning difficulties. The social enterprise here, which was a renovated derelict building, incorporates a number of elements. So there's the Green Kitchen Cafe, and then where we are now is the Green Garden Centre. So it operates as a garden centre which will give work experience and training opportunities for people on our accredited training programmes.
When we went to Inner City Enterprise, what we were trying to impress on them was that we were more of a community establishment now as well. So we don't just support people with disability, that we'd like to be a little bit more far-reaching into the community. So that's where we came up with the idea of working with the siblings. So it's to, as I say, allow those people with a brother and sister of a person with a disability, to allow them a space and a place for them to have their own voice as well, you know.
The dream for the social enterprise will that we will be, financially sustainable, and that hopefully after 3 years that we'll have had several years of our training programs, people will have come through those programs, and we will have given them a qualification and kind of work experience and kind of that personal development, and then a large part of it will be that we'll have supported them to go and find work in the private sector.
And I suppose none of that would have been available to us at the moment if it wasn't for the grant from Inner City Enterprise. So it's fantastic to have that money going forward, and hopefully this will be the start of a lot of great things to come.
My name is Ronan O'Donnell. I'm the CEO of Sedco, which is the social enterprise development company, which set up Thriftify. So I'm leading the development of Thriftify. And Thriftify is a software business that's targeted at charities, charity retailers in specific, so charities who are operating shops. And really the mission in Thriftify is how do we use the existing stuff in charities, like all of these books, to make more money, and we can do that through technology. So basically what Thriftify does is we come up with software and technology solutions to enable charities to maximise their value, maximise the value of the things that have been donated to them and make more money. In the UK and Ireland, charity shops get about 60 million books a year. A lot of those books that they get, they try and sell them in store. Anything that they can sell in store, the majority of charity shops are actually selling them to be shredded or recycled. So we estimate by coming up with a software solution to plug into that gap of, let's try and sell these books online, that we can generate probably about 20 million euros a year in additional revenue for charities in the UK and Ireland just on books. So it's quite a straightforward and simple solution, but as you can see, it's how do we use a business solution to solve a social problem or to have social impact. The books are donated to the charity shops by the public. They come into a facility like this, and our software reads a book's barcode, communicates with online retailers such as Amazon to get information about the book and to see if the book is saleable or not. And then if it's saleable, we put it up for sale, and once it's sold, the charity posts the book and makes the money. So it's quite straightforward, although there's a lot in that algorithm. It's quite complex. I mean, the support from ICE means that not only can we develop a business solution that's going to result in employment, but it's also going to have a massive social impact. By generating more money for charities, charities can increase their impact on society, and we can do it in a much faster way. So massive thank you to ICE, Mila Buikas ICE. It's going to have a big impact, yeah.